As you guys know, Hell in a Cell is coming up on Sunday, the Raw's next pay-per-view or special event. So let's get down straight to the predictions. I'm going to start right at the top. Right at the very top with the first match, the WWE Universal Championship Hell in a Cell match. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. And before I make my prediction, I must say that I am not excited to see this special event. I am not excited for Hell in a Cell. I do not think Monday Night Raw did a good job of telling the stories for this event, building up the feuds for this event. I feel like it's been lackluster. It's been kind of boring. And a good example of this is Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. I'm not excited to see Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. It feels like it should be Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. It seems like Chris Jericho should have some type of role in this match because the feud with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins is just there. Seems like we're waiting for Seth Rollins to feud with Triple H and Stephanie and not Kevin Owens. So, that powerbomb he did on Monday Night Raw was a good ending, but still it's not going to make me excited. And the fact that Seth Rollins is going to be healthy enough to come back a week later after guys like Sami Zayn were out for months after getting powerbombed on the apron is, in my opinion, a little ridiculous. But with that being said, I do believe that Kevin Owens will walk out Hell in a Cell as the WWE Universal Champion. For the WWE Raw Women's Championship Hell in a Cell match, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. See, there's no doubt in my opinion that this is going to be a very good quality match. Potentially great match because they have put on great matches before. We've seen them wrestle about 4 times in the last 3-4 months. So they're going to put on a great match. My problem is that this feud could have been much better. This rivalry could have focused on how much they hate each other, how much they respect, but wants to do anything to beat the other woman. But instead, all we got was them talking about how they're going to make history, how this is going to be a great moment for the women's revolution, which is, in my opinion, we've been there, we've done that. It's not exciting anymore. We want to see a few, we want to see them hate each other. Maybe they'll respect each other, but like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, Sasha and Charlotte could be something similar to that, but instead we kept getting the same old. And what put the icing on the cake was that promo on Monday Night Raw where Charlotte, all she did was yell. Mick Foley, he saved the segment a little bit, but all he did was yell. And they really did not put over how dangerous this match is, how this Hell in a Cell is going to be needed to settle this rivalry. Mick Foley tried, and he did it pretty good compared to the other two, but all Charlotte did was yell about she's a queen. Charlotte is good at promo sometimes, but on Monday Night Raw, she showed that she can really overdo it. She basically killed it for me because, it seemed like it was a bit sloppy. And Sasha Banks, that's my woman. I love Sasha Banks, but she is a little awkward on the mic. But I'm gonna choose that Sasha is gonna be the first one to ever beat Charlotte in a championship match at a pay-per-view event. For the WWE United States Championship Hell in a Cell match. I can't believe we're going to have 3 Hell in a Cell matches. I don't think this one is going to be boring. Roman Reigns versus Rusev. Well, let me correct that. It's going to be a good match, but the feud has been boring for the last month or 2 months. I'm sick of this. I'm ready to move on to something different for both Rusev and Roman Reigns. We all know Roman Reigns is going to win. I don't know how he's going to win. Rusev's going to look strong in the match, but come on, people. Let's get serious. Roman Reigns will walk out as United States Champion. Rusev will move on to do whatever he's going to do. And finally, this feud will end. For the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships, The New Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus and Cesaro, the whole dynamic where they don't like each other, we've been there, done it. It's not exciting for me. I have not been a fan of Sheamus and Cesaro. Just like I haven't been a fan of New Day lately. The New Day, I like New Day, but their gimmick has gotten stale. Their jokes has gotten stale. Their whole act has gotten really stale, in my opinion. I'm ready to move on to the new tag team champions, and I'm hoping that Sheamus and Cesaro are going to be the ones, but they're not. gonna be the ones at Hell in a Cell. The New Day will continue as champions, and they will beat Sheamus and Cesaro. For the Cruiserweight Championship match, TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. And I feel like Raw really dropped the ball with the Cruiserweights. I feel like Raw, has them in their own separate world, Seems like they don't exist with the other WWE superstars. And I think that really hasn't really shown any characters for any of them except for TJ Perkins is pretty bland. There's nothing exciting about TJ Perkins. Brian Kendrick, he's good, but it's not anything that, oh man, I have to see this match. I think they're going to put on a pretty good match. It's not going to be anything special, in my opinion. I'll be surprised if it is. But I'm going to say that TJ Perkins is going to walk out as the champion. Hopefully we start to get something better, something different in this Cruiserweights, because after watching the Cruiserweight Classic, it's really terrible that the WWE has dropped the ball when it comes to the Cruiserweight division. But then again, what else did we expect? And then finally, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Club versus Enzo and Big Cass. The Club has been terribly misused by the WWE. They are now pretty much jobbers who act tough, who act like they're supposed to be threats, but let's face it, they are not threats at all. They're actually pretty pathetic if you ask my opinion. And it's a shame because in New Japan, they were the tag team. They were tough guys. They were actually they were the top team in New Japan, and they should be one of the top teams in WWE, but no, WWE drops the ball again with the Club, and it actually irks me. And Enzo and Big Cass are still wildly popular, I have no problem with them. Every time they come on screen, I actually like them better than I do New Day lately because, yeah, Big Cass and Enzo are doing the same old shtick, or what you want to call it. I'm trying to use a different word, but doing the same old gimmick each and every week with even the same old sayings, but still, I still find it exciting. But we all know Big Cass, Enzo are going to win, and then the Club will further be buried, and the WWE will miss a major opportunity with the Club. So Hell in a Cell maybe it's gonna be a good event as far as match quality goes. I'm pretty sure of that. But as far as stories goes, they dropped the ball. It's not exciting at all. And I figured that the best Hell in a Cell match is gonna be Sasha and Charlotte. I just hope they don't do anything too stupid or too dangerous, which might legitimately endanger their careers or even their lives, because let's face it, we've seen Charlotte and Sasha do some crazy things, risking their bodies. But I guess we'll see. What do you guys feel about Hell in a Cell? Do you agree with me? Are you excited to see this event? Are you excited to see any of these matches? How do you feel about the build to Hell in a Cell? What are your predictions? Who's gonna win? Let me know all that below in the comments. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. Share this video. Do what you gotta do, people. This is Game Days. I'm the champ. We out.